Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully. So today's Tuesday tools is a bunch of them. So it's something I want you to think about is as small business owners, a lot of times we feel like marketing or sales, where we have a hardcore sales message in our posts or other places, we feel like sales can feel a little icky or, how much is too much. We ask ourselves all these questions like, should I be, asking for email addresses? Should I have a pop-up box? Should I do this? Should I do that? Okay, so today I want to talk about some things that I really do think that we should think about. And I'm in my Google Analytics. And the thing that I want to talk about first is if you're going to do a sales message, start with your Google Analytics. And you don't necessarily have to put a sales message on every page of your site, although there is a way to do that. But you want to look at your top pages. So, my top 10 pages get, okay, let's see, we have 14,000. This is almost 2, let's say, almost 3, almost 4, 5, 5, let's call it 7,000. So my top 10 pages get almost half of the traffic to my website, and then the rest of them have the long tail. And I think that's a very, very normal configuration for how your pages work. Is you have some that are very popular and then you have others that aren't so popular. And it's funny because even on little baby sites, like I just started my Paperly People site and it's just, like 15 minutes old. It's 2 months old. But so here's my page views on there. And so I got 500. So my homepage gets more on this because I'm promoting it. But let's look at and I have more than 10. Not much, but more than 10. But let's look at the top 3. The top 3 get over a fourth of the traffic. So that's what happens is some of the pages on your site are more important than other pages on your site. If you don't want to feel creepy, start with the ones that don't get much traffic and see if anything happens. But for me, I want to look at advertising on the pages that get the most traffic. So first off, I want you to know that this isn't something creepy little normal people are just out there creeping around the internet doing, or that affiliate marketers are doing, or that bad people are doing. Lots of people do this. So this is Entrepreneur Magazine. And I want you to understand that on every big site, one of the ways they monetize that is they get a lot of traffic and then they sell these web ads. Easy for me to say. So this is national defense is the most important role of government. And that's going to match the more Republican viewpoint of possibly their readers. So they probably did some demographic testing to find out what would be the most clicked. Because how they get paid is somebody clicks on this ad from another site and then they get paid a percentage, or they might get paid by thousands of views. You don't have to worry about that, but I just want to show you that this is something that is very pervasive across the internet on very big sites, okay? So Entrepreneur, Denver residents are rattled by new site. Now the thing that you may want to walk a fine line with, that I have to do too, is I don't like these salacious ads. I don't like the scare tactics and the you're going to die if you don't click this link. So that's going to be your choice as to how you want to present your ads. But just bear in mind that this is on entrepreneur.com. Let's go to eonline.com, this is absolutely the creepiest thing I've ever seen. So it was a link that I followed from another site, not because I wanted to read it, because I really only read about marketing. But it's about Blake Shelton's wife or something. And so it looks like a normal one. Maybe they did an interview with her, and then it turns into just a sales pitch for this Garcinia, it's a pharmaceutical sales pitch. And so then I thought, oh, well, at least let's look at the recent Facebook comments. They're not actual Facebook comments. These aren't real people. These are, if you go to these links, these are just taking you all, so that Facebook comment took you to that page, right? So these aren't Facebook comments, they're phishing spam. Okay, say you came up here and you're like, oh, okay, I'm done reading that. This goes to that page. So there's nowhere you can go from this page except to a spammy site that sells pharmaceuticals. So that one's not very nice. But I want you to recall that this is on eOnline. Okay, so it's not a little site. Okay, here is Slate. Okay, so this morning I happened to see a Slate article and clicked on it, and down here, related stories. Can yoga be a threat to Christian and Muslim religions? Seriously? See, these are the kinds of things that I just can't. I can't. That's ridiculous. Yes, the Muslim religion that's been around for thousands of years is going to be threatened by yoga. And Christianity, I'm sure, is terrified. I like this. I like this one. I hate the open plan kitchen, and amazingly, I'm no longer the only one. That's really good, and that's from Realtor.com. I'm going to screen capture that one because that does not feel icky, right? That feels really good, and like I'm going to something that is actually going to benefit me. Okay, the next one here is New York Magazine, which is kind of a big magazine, right? And you think, oh, they're a journalistic magazine, things like that. So one of the things I really liked was they had these little related stories. The bounce rate on your website happens because somebody comes and reads one thing and then goes. What if we put in some links to those related stories that are your posts that are related to it? That would be really cool. I've seen this done a couple of different ways. Somebody else did it in a Dory Clark article. Here you go, related. Why you should never just start one business. So that's a really nice, easy way that you could do that. Maybe lower your bounce rate by getting them to go to multiple places. Now, this is how I do it. Okay. So I found I have 4 ways that I do kind of marketing on my website. This is a universal ad that's at the bottom of every one of my blog posts. And I do this through my WordPress widget area. If you're not using WordPress, I don't know how you would do this, but on most WordPress themes, there's going to be an after entry widget that allows you to put something on the end of every post. So that's what this one is. The next one I do is here is at the end of the big realtor posts. So I have probably 20 realtor posts, but at the end of 5 of them, I just put a little banner, and when you click on this, it pops up a lead pages form, so you could get these 100 free marketing ideas for realtors. So that's a second way you could do it. That one's probably the most complicated because you have to have lead pages, and you know, the other one is just a little banner. You could go to Fiverr and get it, and then you just put in the HTML code at the end of your entries. The next one is on my Paperly people. I'm trying this out just to make sure it doesn't bother Google, but I don't think it would. This is called shock spots, and what happens is you build these little shock spots. Those are just like those ads in the big sites. And so I said, find out how creatives are making marketing magic. See the Big Ideas Planner Kit. Read more. And when you click on read more, it's going to take them to Etsy, and they go to the Big Ideas Planner Kit. That's the one. This is the one that I really think that if you wanted to do related topics, that you could use this super easily. This is just a plugin, a WordPress plugin called Shockspots. I'll have all these in the notes. And then last but not least is another one. It's called InLinks, and it allows you to build these little tables underneath. Shockspots is, I don't know, not super expensive. It's under $50, I know, for I know I have 10 licenses, something like that. And this is InLinks, and I think it's like $5 a month. So none of these are very expensive options. They all have really good functionality. I haven't found that I got a lot of clicks off of these. I know that a lot of the craft girls do get lots of clicks, but it just hasn't seemed to work on my site. So I'm probably going to segue out of that. But there you have it. Ways to put ads in your website. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Marketing Artfully.